Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we nail it in for Gary Hinegardner's birthday. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Ryan Thompson, Danny Kennard, and J-Ro.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Yes. Happy birthday to Gary Hinegardner. How about that?
Happy birthday,
Gary's
Gary.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, we'll talk about Gary after the break. And wish him the very happy birthday. Hopefully he's having fun and hopefully he's enjoying listening to the show, because I have a question that I'm sure he's going to want to weigh in on some point. If someone offered you $3,000 to get a tattoo on your butt, would you?
Yeah, absolutely. No questions. What's
Nobody can really see it unless you show them, at that point.
No question.
What's going to see it? That's
$3,000, Danny.
Wait. I think there's a size limitation, but yeah, done.
What is it? Do you choose? Or do they choose?
No.
Is it going to be something ridiculous?
No, I gotta choose it.
It would be something ridiculous. No, you don't get to choose it.
I worked with a hygienist that was married to a judge named Bob. And this lady legit was like in her 60s and I was like in my 20s. And she goes, I have a B on both butt cheeks. So when I bend over,
Bob?
Bob.
it says Bob.
Creative.
Okay.
Creative.
Yeah.
If I was able to choose it, I'd get a little.
No, you don't get to choose it. Say it's it's the U.S. Post Office, so it's a UPS, USPS. I mean, they want their logo.
Choose it.
I'm in.
Danny, it's $3,000.
My best friend's a mailman.
No, I want to turn around.
All right, McNew, it's the USPS logo. Would you get that? It's kind of got an eagle on there.
Yeah, so I think it's funny because one time at a Hooters, the waitress wrote her name on a napkin and it said, treat me like a stamp, lick me, stick me, send me on my way. I think that'd be fucking hilarious on a butt.
Yes! Yes! My best friend's the mailman in the town I grew up in, so I'm all in for the U.S. Postal Service.
Ryan, would you get a USPS tattoo on your ass for $3,000?
Yeah, I don't think I've had enough drinks yet tonight to say yes, so I'm going to go with no, but maybe in another night I'd say yes. We'll see.
Okay.
I would do it just for the cost of the tattoo, maybe.
That'd be crazy.
And like $100.
I wouldn't do it, but I'd give McNew's phone number is what I do. So see if I can get $1,000 of that. I'll be like, offer her $2,000, and I think she'll do it.
$3,000. Where'd my other?
Well, I'm gonna keep the $1,000 for they call me and they say, Steve, we'd like to give you $3,000 for an ass tattoo, and I'll be like, I'm not gonna do it, but give me $1,000 and I'll give you the number of somebody who'll do it for $2,000.
You don't get a finder's fee on that, Steve. You gotta give the whole $3,000
it's a bird dog
to
fee.
No,
bird dog fee for an ass tattoo.
If I'm losing $1,000.
No, you don't know that. They call you and say, "Hey, McNew, will you get an ass tattoo of the
Well,
USPS
now we know that.
$2,000?"
So
no, I know I'm losing $1,000.
$3K.
You don't know that. You just pick up the phone. You pick up the phone and they're like, "Hey, we'll give you $2,000." You're like,
"You're making $2,000."
Yeah, you're making $2,000.
She could have made $3,000.
But now you're losing $2,000 if you don't get it.
Say I never knew about the $3,000. I would probably still do
not
it.
losing shit.
This is what I'm going to do then. If they
Same.
call me, if someone calls me, I'm going to give them McNew's phone number, and I'm going to get $1,000 because McNew gets a butt tattoo. That's
You know what?
Well,
so
McNew,
if any brands are into this, let Steve know.
We might could branch off an OnlyFans from this. I'm just saying.
My biggest problem is the ABV Network email goes to McNew, and then she has to forward it to me. So imagine they'll be like, all right, we'll do the $3,000 deal. And I go back to McNew and be like, McNew, they want to pay you $2,000. You're like, I read that email and it said like $3,000. I'm like, no, you read that wrong. That was they said that was a typo.
Oh, that's the problem. No.
For the record, there are 2 tattoos of our silhouette soldier out there on
Really?
people. At
2
least
tattoos.
2.
Okay.
At least 2. So
at least
that's
2.
kind of fun.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of
yes.
fun.
People talk about getting like the ABV Network or ABV Barrel Shop tattoo, and I'm like, don't do it. So I always say don't do it, but because I don't like tattoos myself, I wouldn't get a tattoo myself. So it's hard for me to officially recommend it to somebody. But if they got it, I would be like, that's pretty cool. But I would never. I'm not recommending anybody does it. But if you do it, so be it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, but on a butt, nobody sees that unless you want them to see it. Like if they said, "Hey, put it on your arm," that's very different. But
exactly.
Why the hell not?
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, guess what, gang? It is time to drink. J-Ro dropped off. I don't know whether she's coming back or not. She's just gone. So, here she comes. She comes. All right, so Ryan, you're going to go first. What are you drinking there tonight?
All right, for my friends right over the Vale Pass, coming in with a little Breckenridge whiskey, Powder Hound.
The Powder Hound, okay.
Very excited about this guy. 45%. Let's see what we got here.
Okay.
Got nothing.
It's your best cork pop of the night right there. As weak as that was, it's your best one. All right, I've got from Gary here. I got Bourbon Rubenesque, the 100 proof, the bottled and bond one. So here we go. Cork pop. We'll say Ryan still has the lead. I'm gonna throw him a bone here. This is like a gift. I'm gonna say Ryan's got the lead. Ryan's got the lead through 2. McNew, what do you got?
Have a very well-loved bottle of Sagamore Spirit Rye.
Okay. No, not enough. Ryan's still got the lead. Ryan could win this thing.
Yeah,
win his first cork pop ever. Danny, what do you got?
I'm going with Woodhat's Blue Corn Whiskey White.
Okay, where did you get that at? Is that from the distillery? It's not from us. We don't sell that one.
No, you didn't sell me this bottle.
No. Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan.
The
dream's over. Danny has the lead. J-Ro, what do you got?
So I have a Bullet Blender Select, which is no longer made. Ebony Wood is no longer part of this process, but
okay. No, not enough. Danny got you. Danny wins.
All right.
Woo! Cheers to Danny. He wins.
Cheers.
One. Cheers. All right. What we'll do next, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be celebrating Gary Hinegardner's birthday. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop, It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely family distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky. All right, great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. We'll be mailing again, once again. Take care, everybody. See ya.
Happy Festivus.
Later.
Bye, guys.
Happy Festivus.
Cheers.
Yeah, happy Festivus.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are mailing it in for Gary's birthday.
Yes, we are. So I assume, McNew, you've never been out to Gary's place, have you?
I have not. I need to. I have not been yet.
Okay, you haven't been there. J-Ro, you live in St. Louis. Have you ever been out to Gary Hinegardner's place?
I've never been invited, but thanks.
Well, it's a distillery. It's open. You can go there. They have hours where you go visit
No,
anytime you like.
I'm just kidding. No, I haven't been.
Okay. Ryan, have you ever met Gary Hinegardner? I know you wouldn't necessarily come out to the distillery because it's in St. Louis, but he does go to the ADI conference. Do you?
I don't believe our paths have crossed, but when I'm out there in September, I might make it a point to go take a little visit.
All right. He has an event that he's going to be doing. You know, Gary grows like 130 varieties of corn. I think that he has got an event where he's making distillate. He's making corn whiskey, basically, out of, I forget, like 20 of those varieties or something like that. So actually, I'm going to be doing a show with him to promote that. So he's got an event where they'll actually bus you out to his place and then get to go out there, have a meal, try those, various corn whiskeys, and then head back. So, yeah.
Steve, I misspoke. Gary and I have crossed paths. We did last year, actually. We hung out a little bit one evening. Yep. So I absolutely have met Gary.
There you go. You met Gary.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if I come, can I be like VIP or do I have to do like regular tourist shit?
I can get you VIP if you like that. Yeah. If you're going to go out there, let me know.
I really only roll like that. So
I'll get you hooked up. Yeah. I only roll like that at this point too. I mean, yeah. It's kind of embarrassing just taking a regular tour at this point. I mean, come on.
Well, I just won't. I'm just not going to.
Right. It's just not going to happen. Yeah. So, but yes. And so Gary, he's involved in the ADI. He's involved in the Missouri Distillers Guild. He's involved in his own distillery. I mean, and he's a guy who knows about everything. Danny, you know this, right? Danny,
yes.
Is there anybody who knows more about stuff than Gary?
No, you can talk to him about wood. You can talk to him about corn. Just like we've discussed in the past, he may or may not have the cure for cancer sitting in his office.
Right, he's working on the cure for cancer. Literally, not like that's a joke. Like he's working on this. Yeah, which is wild. I said to someone, Danny was out there. We just did an event out there at Gary's place, and I was like, I'm going to mess with him. I'm going to say to Gary, what do you know about whale blubber? And then he knows everything. He starts telling me how it's harvested and what they're using for, and what countries are still doing this and all. Gary knows. I don't know how he knows all the stuff he knows. I have no idea. And he'll tell you he's very humble. He'll be like, well, yeah, I'm just an old guy, and old guys know stuff. I don't know. I don't think most people know as much as Gary does.
We need to get him on Jeopardy, it sounds like, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He knows.
He's a reader.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. Gary is a reader, but it's old school reading. It's not like going online and reading. It's like I can see Gary going up the library. He's a reader. He's going up to the library, checking out a book and reading about topics and things, So
that's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. So
J-Ro, can you read?
J-Ro, can you read?
Basic books.
Maybe
Basic
fair
books.
enough.
I really prefer books on audiobooks, but it's
Yeah,
whatever.
me too.
J-Ro,
Me
what's
too.
the last book that you read where you actually had to read the
I'm
book?
actually reading The Lost. Wait, let me see what it's called. Fuck, I fucked that up earlier too. I'm actually reading The Floating Girls.
The Floating Girls. Oh yeah, we've all read
Yeah.
that one. So that's
Like actually, yeah, no, you
I have
haven't.
no idea
But
what
it's
that
actually,
means.
I actually like to read physical books, so that's a whole nother thing within
Yeah.
itself. But yeah, that's what I'm reading.
Yeah. Yeah.
Set in the deep south.
McNew, have you ever even been on a show with Gary?
Yeah, we've done shows with Gary. I'm
Okay.
aware. I know Gary. I know Gary virtually, but I've not met him in person.
You never met him in person. Okay. Yeah. He's just like the perfect guy. I mean, he's just, knows about everything. He's a cool guy.
He's
He makes whiskey.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Really
he's
feel a
brilliant.
bromance forming here, like a solid, really like a bromance.
Sure. I mean, who doesn't
Yeah.
look up to Gary? I mean, he's
How
trying
long,
to cure
how long has
cancer.
how long has his distillery been around?
Over 10 years. So
Is
yeah,
it?
he's
Yeah.
been at it a while. So
Great.
yeah, which
Very
is
cool.
impressive. Yeah, so yeah. And he's got different careers. He was an agronomist. He worked for Independent Stave. He kind of started their program where they what do you do with the scraps, the little pieces of wood and stuff like that, selling it for mulch and things like that. So Gary has done
Nice.
all that kind of stuff. So yeah, he's so he knows. He and as an agronomist, he knows about growing corn and working for Independent Stave. He knows about the barrel, and then he puts it all together by starting a distillery. So yeah, he's got
cool.
just an interesting career that kind of everything leads towards what he's doing right now, which is cool.
Yeah. I kind of think of Gary, like, how like the Renaissance had like, I don't know if it's the Renaissance, but like Galileo and like all these very smart people who just made impacts on like their science finding.
Right.
That's Gary. Like Gary is ours. Like he's going to be like in a history book someday with
Right.
all this.
So today
stuff he
we,
does.
we don't have the need for this knowledge, and that's why we lean on books, and that's why someone like Gary stands out because he has such knowledge. But if you throw Gary back in the 1600s, he's their Wikipedia. Somebody like him, you go to him and you ask him everything. There's not even encyclopedias aren't invented yet and things like that. So you're going to someone like Gary. He's your local library. He's the guy who's able to tell you how to do things. So yeah, he's really a cool guy for sure. So
I know one thing's for sure. No one's ever going to refer to me as being the Wikipedia of any era.
no.
So
Yeah, me either. So
I'm safe for that.
Yeah,
Ainsley, why don't you host us out there just as like a shit, like a mixing meal?
Well, I do. I
For
just
shits and
had
giggles.
an event out there,
Was.
and J Rose invited to that. She's part of the ABV
You
Network
didn't
Crew Club.
invite me.
It's everybody in the crew club's invited. I didn't personally invite you. I invite everybody to go, and J Rose doesn't pay attention.
I need to be personally invited.
Oh, see, there you go. There it is, folks. So,
There's the
Well,
problem.
we don't do normal people tours. I mean, like I
Right.
need to be
I don't
maybe
do
a
normal
car
people
service
tours.
even. Like
Yeah.
maybe a car service. I don't know.
We do the special ones, but yeah, you have to step up yourself. I don't beg everyone to go. It's like,
Okay,
throw
I'll
it
get
out there
my
for
own
the group.
car service, but you need to invite
Okay.
me.
Okay, fair enough. So there you go. Happy birthday to Gary Hinegardner. Hope you have a very special day. Have
Happy
fun.
birthday!
Happy birthday, buddy.
Birthday,
Birthday, Gary.
Gary, for sure. All right, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Ryan, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Across all socials at 10th MTN Whiskey, and our website is 10thwhiskey.com.
All right, J Rowe.
You can find me at jro.bourbon.pro on Instagram.
All right, Danny.
You can find me at Danny Kennard on Facebook.
McNew.
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got that company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right, great job today, gang. Farnage, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.